Mitsubishi Electric, we're helping create a more sustainable future for her. By heating her home more efficiently. By engineering a net zero emissions building. By reducing power waste in factories. By helping make renewables more energy efficient. By making changes for the better, for everyone.
Good afternoon and welcome to the live coverage of the Champions Trophy sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric. We're at the Royal Tennis Club in the beautiful grounds of Hampton Court Palace. My name's Dan. I'm joined by tennis royalty today in the form of Ben Taylor-Matthews, who's head pro of the Bristol Royal Tennis Club. We've got a great match coming up. We've got Nino Merola versus Bryn. Nino coming through qualifying. He was 4th seed in his group and absolutely stormed it. Some great play. How do you think this one's going to shape up, Ben?
Good morning, or good afternoon, Dan. Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, Nino had a great qualifying campaign. I think there was something like a 0.7 handicap spread between all 4 players in that group, so it was always going to be a bit of a humdinger, but Nino came away with a clean sweep, so he performed very well. Yeah, this one will be interesting. It's always tough for the seeded player here, Bryn, because Nino's had a few matches. Bryn would have had a bit of practice, but you can't beat
getting on court,
having some actual kind of hard stuff. So Nino's obviously going to have a bit of freedom in this one, with Bryn being a favourite on paper. So yeah, it would be interesting to see how Bryn starts, I think.
And first time they've actually played sort of on paper competitively, so it'd be interesting to see how it does pan out, really.
Yeah, it's always quite strange, I think, with the tournament schedule the way it is. It's always like a bit of a novelty when you have 2 players meeting for the first time. You'd think they probably would have shared the court at some stage, so this will be interesting. Something that should be noted as well is Nino is currently on an 11-game win streak in competitive matches. As we look at Bryn here, world ranking 7. So the court adjustment here is he's 3.3 points. Worse is a horrible word. Weaker, supposedly, at Hampton Court. So I guess it's like the slope rating for golf, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an interesting stat, that, actually.
New addition. His roll of honour all looks slightly more impressive than Nino's.
Yes.
Just because he's been at the top of the game for so long.
He had that great run in the French Open, didn't he, as well? Which was a real highlight, actually, sort of when Bryn into form in that tournament. Yeah,
you'll note on that just previously that most of his kind of success was in 2012, 13, 14. He did actually kind of take a backseat from competing for quite a while, which explains that. He didn't just have a particularly lean 6-year period after that. But he's been back for a couple of years and doing well, as you can see here.
You had a great result against him there at Queen's.
That was the Super League.
Yeah,
that was
on his home court.
Day one, caught him cold.
Yeah, exactly.
The Mavericks. We won that match, but didn't make the final.
That's a great format this year, actually. I really enjoyed the Super League.
I should probably do a bit of plugging, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you should really.
The franchise, Matthews Mavericks. Go and buy your shirts.
And here's Nino's. He's really come down his handicap, 3.9 now.
Yeah, especially at Radley. Great run of form match-wise as well, so his handicap's been tumbling. Court adjustment of 2.1.
And obviously he had that Category A Open win, which was part of that 11-game streak.
Yeah, so he won the Category A 0-9s, which is very impressive.
Yeah.
I think he was off about 5.5 at the time, so that's a very impressive win. Undefeated at the Super League. Has done very well in the T&RA Tour this year, and has obviously absolutely ripped up the qualifiers this week. So
yeah, he's on really good form.
Bit of a contrast of styles between the 2 players today as well, so it'll be interesting to see how they match up. Nino kind of is definitely a player who goes for his shots.
Yes.
Bryn's a bit of a grafter, grinds people down, just relentlessly kind of tight. So it'll be interesting to see if Nino can kind of get through Bryn a bit, or whether Bryn will be able to kind of keep Nino a bit tight and force a few errors.
Do you think Bryn will go for the signature high serve in this court, or do you think it'll be much tighter than that? Do you think he's going to try and limit Nino as much as possible off that return of serve?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think generally speaking, Bryn plays regardless of the court. I think he plays for his style. So I think we will see. I mean, Hampton Court takes a high serve well, so and there's obviously plenty of space to play with, so it does work here. But I think, you know, everyone's been serving railroads during the qualifiers. The ball is spinning a lot, but I think Bryn will go with the high serve just because that's his style, as opposed to it being the court and things like that.
Yeah.
Try and get a few tight, get Nino kind of being a bit loose with his returns, and then he can pick him off. That's what I imagine I'm going to see, but as you know, in commentary, we're probably going to see railroad first and second serve.
Of course we will.
Mitsubishi
Or two
Electric.
bobbles.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Main draw, first round match. Introducing the players. On the serving end from Radley College Tennis Club, we have Nino Merola. On the receiving end from Queen's Club, we have Bryn Sayers.
Let's see Bryn Sayers, he's returning first. Let's see what Nino kicks
Format
off with.
is best of 3 6-game sets. Nino to serve first. Lovell.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Bolts. $15 love. Bolts.
Great get.
Yeah,
15 all.
fantastic.
Ball up.
Shouldn't be underestimated how hot it is on court here as well, with the sun kind of shining through the windows. We're up in the gods at the moment, and we've got a temperature gauge next to us, 27.3 degrees.
Oh, lovely. Absolutely superb shot.
27.3 degrees.
30, 15.
Black skinny jeans, everyone.
Style over substance. Yeah.
30 all.
That's cooled down.
40, 30.
That's a stroke.
No, it's gone. Stroke.
Chase better than the door.
It's a pretty ginger start from Bryn.
40, 30, one
I
chase.
know, just a bit of inside gossip that he's struggling a little bit with a hip issue, so we'll see how that plays out, but certainly looking a bit ginger at the start here.
He's not
40,
darting around
30,
like
receiver
he
leads.
would be, is he?
Chase
Especially
better
at his
than the
age.
door.
We've seen him
I'm sure
going off
Nino's
those
probably
balls.
picked up on that as well.
Lovely
One
shot by
chase
Nino
and the
there.
game. Receiver leads 1 game to love. Chase the door.
Yeah, I think that's a sensible play by Nino, just trying to get back down this end.
Chase better than second gallery. 2 chases.
Just as we predicted, or I predicted, high serves.
Yeah.
Haven't seen one.
I'm glad I asked you that now.
Yeah, put me on the spot. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Nino adapts here.
Level.
Is he going to kind of play a bit more
Chase the
conservatively,
door.
make Bryn
And
play a
better
bit?
than second gallery.
You know, Bryn's
Chase the door.
Until he's
strength
not-
is not kind of smashing through people from the hazard.
Yes.
So you might be able to pin him down here.
Yeah.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, lovely
One
shot.
chase.
Really clever
50
play.
love. Better than second gallery. One chase.
Another good
30
shot.
love.
Yeah. He's picking those up well off the railroad.
First gallery. 30 love.
Yeah, it's definitely a limp from Bryn.
Yeah, he's definitely looking a little bit ginger.
Face the door. Two
Having
chases.
spent probably 10,000 hours walking
First
around
gallery
the golf course
and
with
the
him. I
door.
can assure you this is not his normal walking style.
That's not his normal gait, is it?
No. He's normally walking straight down the middle of the fairway as well, so I get a good look at it from the rough.
He's got a very impressive shoe colour on today as well.
30 love.
Definitely winning the style points award, isn't he?
Yeah.
Chase the
You
first
definitely know who's
gallery.
at which end?
Yeah. That's a bit loose.
Yeah, it's a bit loose on the
15,
serve.
30. Chase the door.
That's a good shot.
Lovely
On
shot.
chase 30 all.
Really made the court big there, straight in the corner.
Forty, 30.
That's good.
Game to the server. 1 game all.
Glance up to the commentary box there from Bryn with a wry smile. Yeah, make no mistake, Bryn is an absolute warrior,
Oh God, yeah.
and
Vote.
he will know he's not at his best here, but he'll certainly give it a go with what he's got.
He's also, you can tell he's adapting his play to what he can and can't do, and he's doing that very well. He's going after balls that he knows that he can go after.
Yeah, he'll just let that,
Chase
let that
better
go.
than 6.
Nino puts him in a corner and
Level.
goes the other way.
Yeah.
He won't run for that.
No,
So a bit of game management from Bryn here.
I think that's, yeah, he's been playing it very sensibly so far.
Chase better than a yard. 2
It's a really
chases.
nice cut shot in by Nino there, cross
It's
court.
also actually a very, very tough situation for Nino here when you can visibly see that your opponent's not fully up to speed. It's hard. Obviously, it's a small sport. We all know each other. There's that kind of, is he okay? It's an uncomfortable situation
Level.
to be in, knowing that
A fellow
playing a
professional.
wounded animal.
Chase
Yeah.
better than 6.
What do I do? This should be easy, etc., etc. It's a great serve.
Shot. 15 love. Better than a yard.
We can see our first high serve.
Here we go.
Nope.
Oh,
He's gone for it on the floor.
30 love.
went for the cultured way of beating it.
$15, 30.
Nino blaming the wall there.
Again. Oh, that looks tasty.
Lots of movement there. Yeah, lovely shot.
Sensible.
40, 15. Game. Serve
It's good
lead.
game management
2
by
games to
Nino,
1.
2 really sensible shots.
Yeah,
15 love.
Just put the divot back there.
Yeah, I think we all thought that was probably going to come out for a hazard. It
Yeah.
seemed to slow down a lot off the bounce.
Which doesn't normally happen here,
No,
actually.
it's normally quite quick off that
Second
backboard.
gallery. 15 love. Stroke.
So good at that cut for
15
the
all.
cross court, isn't it? It's just anything a little bit loose off that serve, and it just punishes.
Go. Second serve. Chase half a yard.
Another beautiful shot into the corner.
2
there.
chases.
So Dan, I'm going to put you on the spot
Oh,
here.
Second
goodness
gallery
me,
and
yeah.
half a yard.
For the
50
people
all.
viewing at home, what are the characteristics of Hampton Court? We might have different opinions on this, so I'm interested to know yours. How does Hampton play? What's the difference for these players compared to their home courts?
Yeah, well, that is putting me on the spot. So for me, what I've always found when I've played here is that you get a lot of movement off the walls. It's normally quite fast, especially if that hazard end. It comes out a lot further than you think it's going to. Also, even though it's a wide court, it seems to give you quite a lot off the walls. So I find it's very great shot. It's very forgiving. Yeah. And the galleries, especially compared to Bristol, I find are a lot bigger, easier to hit. But that's just and I find the roof is quite. I find the roof is quite slow. It doesn't take a lot of spin. It's very sort of dull. Which is quite nice for a purist kind of game. How about you, from your expert opinion?
Well, yeah, Nino's just showcased it there. You know, it is a wide court, like that.
40, 30.
It's the second biggest court in the world. But it is quite, the angles are quite sharp off those walls. So, even though it is very big, the angles do kind of make it feel a bit manageable.
Yes.
Which is why here, if you can get your shots kind of going straight at the corner a bit more, the court feels very big.
Yes.
So you want to try and avoid hitting that kind of classic sidewall early and go a bit deeper.
Yeah, it feels like you do have to play your shots a lot deeper here.
We actually saw Bryn break into a jog there.
I was going to say there was a little gallop.
Maybe he's loosening up a little bit.
Yeah.
15 love,
still finding his way into this to figure out
worse than
what he
2
can
and hazard second gallery.
We're being reliably informed that there's going to be a full segment on Sunday about the characteristics of Hampton Court,
which I'm actually really looking forward to. So that's always exciting.
I wonder if we'll have our matching opinions completely quashed by the expert.
Completely. I think Nick will say everything that Dan said was absolutely rubbish.
Well, I agree.
Well, that's good.
There's two of us.
And this is one other person.
So a tough chase for Bryn here. Worse than 2. He's got a chance. Oh, that's a good serve. That's a great serve.
Yeah, that was the exact serve that he needed then.
15 all, hazard second gallery.
Second.
He'll probably take the same again if he can.
It's manageable. That was nearly a superb pickup.
30-15.
Nonchalant backhand volley into the galleries to win the chase.
It's nearly a Bryn special.
Have a go at that one.
See, it just cuts out so much, doesn't it, on this court? You almost don't need to move into the centre if you
almost need to run backwards.
Yes.
It's an interesting strategy I'm finding here from Nino to serve railroads at Bryn, because Bryn obviously doesn't want rallies here.
No.
So if that railroad's a tiny bit loose, Bryn's going to have a go at it.
40-15, one chase.
And he's dispatching them well.
Which is great for him. He doesn't want to be in the corners.
No.
You know,
I'd
I'm
have
interested
thought
to speak to Nino after this. Oh yeah, there's a
40-15, receiver lead.
Doesn't put too much weight through there, does he?
Chase better than 5. One chase.
It's a great cut volley by Nino there to win the game.
3 against the 2. Chase better than last gallery.
Yeah, on Nino serving, I thought he might be doing something a little bit tighter. He's trying to.
Yeah, just encouraging Bryn to play to a corner a bit more. But I mean, obviously, Bryn's a world-class player. He's going to be good at whatever he does.
Yeah, exactly.
Hazard the door. 2 chases.
Oh, nice to see we've got head professional Ben Ronaldson watching on the stream. Hello, Ben.
And the professor.
Mr. Lintott, I hope you're tucked up in bed with a mask on, Chris.
Level. Chase better than last gallery. on the
shot.
chase for
And it goes
Western
without saying,
5.
balls on the penthouse are
Oh,
15
great
love,
if
hazard
you're
the
the
door.
person with that time, but it's even more important for Bryn here.
yeah.
Gold
Just
dust.
means he doesn't have to stress about getting his
15
position
all.
too quickly.
He's going to make it.
Oh, that's a great
That
volley.
probably goes down as a perfect
30,
defensive
15.
volley.
Yes, I think so.
I think he broke a string as well, so it just took the pace off a little bit. If he'd middled it, Bryn would have had that off the T&RA, I think.
Did it on purpose, I think. Just took the string out at the last minute.
Feathered it.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously a tactical play.
That could be an
30,
interesting
15,
strategy
30.
from Bryn. Just try and get Nino to get through all of his rackets.
Retired due to racket loss, yeah.
Very close to the line, that serve.
40, 15.
That was tight, wasn't
I
it?
think Bryn's got a look on his face that suggests he thinks it was a bit short.
Be interested to see the replay of that one.
I tell you what is
Hazard
interesting
yard.
actually, Dan, as a professional who has to do a bit of the
15,
market,
watch
the addition of some of the things in production, which are obviously fantastic, the more information the better. There's quite a lot of chat.
Oh, it's in.
It looks like it's on. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
I was
perfect.
this is exactly what I'm bringing up now. The addition of the production system.
40, 15,
There's a
receiver
lot of
leads.
chat that goes around when the instant replays.
Hazard
They're
worse
putting
than a
everybody's
yard.
calls under the microscope.
But the interesting thing is, I think,
Great shot.
when
Game.
you have this technology,
Receiver leads
actually see
4
how many
games
good
to
decisions
2.
there are in that split second and how quickly you have to make it. Actually, so I think it works more in your favour than it is, because everyone goes, oh, actually, it's a great call.
Great shot.
Like that was
15
that was
love.
a fantastic call on the serve there.
Yeah, and it just emphasises the
Yeah.
fact that, same as Wimbledon line judges and things, you're seeing it in the blink of an eye, you're making a call there and then.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might be a bit wrong, but as you say, the accuracy is actually incredible. Well, that one did make it
Hazard
out
better than
front.
a
It
yard.
did, and that was a low off the wall, wasn't it?
15 love. Chase 2.
Nino's just broken
Two
free of
chases.
it here in this first set. They kind of went game for game to 2-all. Nino's just opened up a...
He's just calmed his
Bit of a
game
lead.
down a little bit as well. He's stopped, not necessarily overhitting, but he's stopped trying to go for those power shots, and he's gone for more placement, which I think is really working well with the strategy.
Yeah, I think he's figured out that his
Yeah.
balls into the corner don't necessarily need to be as good as they would be
Yes.
normally, and just
He's more just
volume of
pushing
balls
it
in the
around,
corner
and
is going to work.
he's not necessarily going for the outright winners. He's just actually trying to work it
15
around the
love.
court.
Receiver leads. Hazard better than a yard. Hazard better than a yard.
Oh, shouldn't have called time, Bryn. That was a bad serve.
First serve.
Taking it. He's just missed the
tight.
grill again. It's a great dig out.
Yeah, that's a
lovely
prime example. Normally, that's a kind of Mamel down.
15 all.
Nino just
Chase
knows,
2.
get the ball down low, get Bryn moving a bit.
That corridor of uncertainty, yeah.
Vote. Lost the chase. 30-15. Chase more than a yard worse than last gallery.
He definitely wants those to go in.
30-15.
Yeah, he's looking for the points there, isn't he?
Good volley.
That was some really good defensive play there.
40-15, one chase. More than a yard worse than last gallery.
So a couple of game points for 5-2 here.
Yeah, like you said, it went from being nip and tuck to just getting away from Bryn a little bit now. Seeing a replay here.
40-15.
Great
Receiver
defense.
lead.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Plenty of air.
Chase
no
more
need
than
to
a
cut it
yard
too
worth.
far. Sets up this one. Got a bit lucky with Bryn's error there.
Yes. He was just on the stretch a little bit, wasn't he? Sensible
Won the
shot.
chase and the game 5-2.
There we go, 5-2.
5-2.
Chase better than 4.
Could be like the Undertaker, keeping the streak alive. Oh, we got a high serve. At last.
Chase half a yard.
Dispatched well,
2
though.
chases.
Yeah.
Lovell better than 4 and
Well, that's
half
one
a
of the
yard.
things that Bryn's going to really struggle with is, you know, the kind of deception, if you like, from Nino. He's not changing his mind at the last minute and getting handsy, but lining
Level.
up for being able to play 2 shots. You don't have that fast reaction if you're not quite 100% fit.
Chase
so those changes of
better
direction
than
are going to be
4.
so tough.
That's why the boast is so effective in that situation, isn't it?
That's a good return.
On the
though.
chase.
That'll play.
Absolutely great shot, yeah.
15 love. Chase half a yard.
Half a yard, Bryn, what you got?
It's going big here, do you think?
Well, I think
Yeah.
it'd be gutsy to try it on the floor.
I want to see it, though.
Bold.
Or we might not need to.
Might not need to.
A little bit wide.
Lost the chase. 15 all.
Last little bounce there made that tough, but Bryn's managed that well.
It's a really nice
Chase worse
change
than the yard.
See what I
15
mean there
all.
about Bryn just going direct at the corner,
Yes.
just making that court a little bit bigger for Nino. Oh, that's so good.
Chase better than a yard.
Oh,
2 chases.
better than the yard as well, wow.
15 all. Worse than a yard and better than a yard.
Two great chases.
I was going to say, you can't get too much better than that, can you? Worse than a yard and then a better than a yard chase.
15 all.
Makes Nino's decision a bit easier.
Yes.
Chase worse than a yard.
It's fantastic
Volley.
defensive.
Is he going to get flush? Oh, yes.
Oh. Superb defensive
30,
volley, though.
15,
Deserved
better
a
than a
little bit of
yard.
luck
As
after that,
Nino,
didn't
you
he?
take that.
Yeah.
You give him worse than a yard. 9 times out of 10 you're losing anyway.
Lost the chase. 40, 15.
So this could be a...
We've got
to
no
save this.
giraffe.
Oh, it's just died down
30,
there.
40.
Just skipped out a little bit flatter than you'd expect to.
Just caught the back all a bit low and took all the sting out. He's early on that one.
Juice.
Back to Juice. Nino 2
Two
points
Juice.
away. There you go, making the court big again. Straight at the
set
Advantage.
point.
Receiver.
Will he take it?
Will he get it done first time?
Yes.
Has.
Game and the set. 6
6-2
games
to Nino.
for 2.
I think Bryn's calling it time.
Bryn
Yeah.
conceding the match
Yeah,
due to
That's sad
injury.
to see.
That is a big
He's
shame
The
for
match
the
is
Champions
awarded to
Trophy.
Nino
He's
Merola.
really dug in there, and you can see he's struggling.
Well played.
He's really giving it his all in that first set, so fair play to him. I mean, that's probably the sensible decision for him.
Exactly. I mean, you would know as the health man, if you're not A1 and if you're carrying
Yeah.
something,
So there'll be
presumably you're just going to make
around
it worse if you
20
keep going.
minutes.
Spot
30
on.
minutes
It's one of
break.
those things as well where, with the injury he's
finishing
carrying,
early.
sometimes you can
then
almost
they'll
play yourself into form and fitness. But here's the match summary.
Probably the numbers are a bit lower than usual.
Yeah, there's not a lot to go on there, is there? Points won 29-17. Points served, it was pretty tight. Serves won is the big one there. 67% for Nino compared to 41% for Bryn.
And even 29 points to 17. 12 points, it never looks that much, but 12 points, that's 3 games.
Yes,
on
yeah.
paper.
Yes.
3 love service games, so.
Yeah, it's bigger than you'd think it is.
Exactly. I
yeah.
remember seeing a stat in one of the qualifiers yesterday where I think one of the players had won 28 points, the other one 6 or something, which is huge.
Here we go.
High drop 1.
1.
Giraffe 2. So there were 3 high serves.
Yeah.
Superb accuracy from Bryn on serve.
I was going to say, I mean, that is unbelievable, isn't it?
1 underarm twist. Oh, sorry, 2 underarm twist serves, both in, both points won.
Absolutely unbelievable. Here we go. There wasn't a lot of variation.
No. Nino was obviously hoping Bryn would force at him a little bit.
Yes. Yeah, I think, yeah.
Judging by the railroad. 92% again, for a railroad being a complicated serve, that's
It's an
seriously
incredible
high
percentage.
number in, yeah.
Even with the PK, 80%, that's incredible.
10 PK serves.
Seems high.
Does that include a demi PK?
Is that the full range of PKs? Okay.
So yeah, full and kind of half PKs
Full and half
there.
PKs. But yeah, no, really sad to see Bryn have to pull out due to injury. But Nino did what he had to do and deserves to be through to the next round. So
And he'll be going in tomorrow fresh as well, really.
on a 12-game win streak.
On a 12-game win streak, wow.
Lucky 13.
Exactly. So he'll take on the loser, as this is a horrible word, but as this tournament goes, he'll be taking on the runner-up of Rob Fay and Nick Howe.
Yes. Yeah, which will be a cracking game, actually.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Thank
It's
you very
almost on
much.
cue. Look at that. Yep, so he'll be going to second quarter final
Yep.
against either Nicky Howe or Rob Fay. So
Well, Dan, thank you very sorry it wasn't a bit longer.
I've enjoyed my time with you, and thank you very much.
Absolute
And you don't have to
pleasure.
spend any longer with me, so that's good.
Well, I look forward to hearing your dulcet tones for the rest of the afternoon.
Thank you very much. It's been great, and thanks for tuning in for the first quarter final. We'll be back shortly with the next match, so see you soon.
At Mitsubishi Electric, we're helping create a more sustainable future for her. By heating her home more efficiently. By engineering a net zero emissions building. By reducing power waste in factories. By helping make renewable